Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Hello friends, welcome to Dark Souls. So I'm starting over fresh, new Let's Play channel, new content, and I figured, hell, why not one of my favorite games of all time should be the inaugural game that I used to start the Let's Plays with. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So I've got about 3 years of experience under my belt, nothing to show for it. It's great. What I want to do with this channel, and what I'm hoping to show with this Let's Play, or at least try to train myself not to do the wrong things anymore, is show how I actually play games. The Let's Play channels that I had before, they were the antithesis of what I normally do when I play games. Just the complete opposite. It was ridiculous. Normally, I spend time looking at textures and enjoying all the little elements of a game and postulating about strange things that have nothing to do with the lore just because that's who I am. And when I Let's Play, I always felt like there was a fire under my ass, so I would try to go through what I was doing as fast as I possibly could. And it usually resulted in me missing a lot of things and just not enjoying it the way that I wanted to. And honestly, I think it produced content that wasn't as enjoyable to watch, because that's just not what I was good at. So hopefully we'll take our time and we'll enjoy ourselves this run around. That is just creepy. Beef jerky face, man. I mean, for example, look at this. We hardly have any inventory items. We could go through and read all of them. I don't know how well you are equipped with the lore of Dark Souls. It's strangely in-depth and at the same time very obfuscated. The dark sun signifies an accursed undead. Those branded with it are reborn after death, but will one day lose their mind and go hollow. Death triggers the dark sign, which returns its bearer to the last bonfire rested at, but at the cost of all humanity and souls. So on one hand, you've got game mechanics explained. On the other hand, it's literally just a branding we have that represents the fact that we are undead, and we can use the item. I mean, the fact that that has basically been the case in every single one of the FromSoft Souls games is awesome. I love how all of the doors are just latches. You know, you could just reach in and move it and take it out. Some would argue that they're hollow. You know, they're insane. They're undead. They've lost their minds, so they don't want to leave. But, you know, we look at the guy that was banging on the gate earlier, and the asshole's trying to leave. Well, I mean, he's not anymore, but he was trying to. Why couldn't he just open it? They've lost their minds, not only their sanity, but also any sign of intellect as well. You've got to collect souls in order to bring yourself back up again. Another example of that whole, like, skipping shit crap, going so fast through the game that I would miss things. First time I played through the game, I never even noticed this asshat over here. It's just a big-ass demon. Right at the very beginning of the game, before we even have a weapon. We've got this little dinky broken straight sword hilt. Does nothing. It does less than our fists. Be certain to find a replacement as quick as possible. And there's a boss. A fairly hefty boss, might I add. Who can toss sack heads through the wall so very elegantly. I'm using DS Fix, so 1080p rendering with all of the fancies turned up as high as they'll go. So it's this weird mishmash of really crappy textures and really good rendering. If we take off our clothes, I wonder if there's an actual, like, story reason. I don't think they ever explain it. And if they do, please point it out. This little, vasculature structure here, all of the undead have it, as far as I'm aware. I mean, obviously, you see all of the hollows. They've got it. I'm looking pretty good for being dead. Hollow. Close enough. How many times have I died to get to this state? Because I'm human, and I'm afflicted with the dark brand, right? The dark bran. Bran flakes. But I'm in this physical state, along with the fact that it's literally just there to mirror that my brain is fried. But we're still sentient. We're still all here. Like, no matter how hollow the character goes in the game, the player will only ever get frustrated. They're not going to go insane. So you're as lucid as you are capable of being. So I suppose that's one of the beauties of the Souls games. Not that they're difficult, and holy shit with the reflections on the wet stuff. Not that they're ever really difficult, but they can be frustrating at times. And they drive the player insane, which is mirrored through the NPC you're controlling. Or, that's not right. Shut up! It's the wrong word I used. The player character. The one that's controlled by the player, not the one that's not. So here we are in a courtyard. And everything is dead. Nice flowers. And bricks. I should probably put my armor back on. So this was always a nice touch. You can see the demon up there. As soon as you move your way out of the front of the stairs. Just, you know, chilling out, staring down at you. And that weapon that he's holding, if you manage to kill him, as he drops down in on you, and probably kills me. I don't want to die. That's wrong. If you manage to kill him right now, you can actually have that weapon. I'm sorry. Did I mess that up for you? But realistically, I mean, he's so frickin'... You have no weapon, and he's got a lot of HP. The music is just done. You gonna hit me? Oh, you're stuck. I gotta wonder, can you swing? No, he gives up. Properly coded. I've been going to school for programming. It's just weird how often my brain switches over to, hey, let's, how would you write code for this particular happenstance? You kill the guy, the door stops banging? No, what if it keeps on banging because you suck at writing code? Why is it doing that? You want to debug that? No, let's just go get coffee. It's fun. Thank you. I needed that to survive against the arrows. You shot in the face. I gotta wonder if anybody's ever actually died here. So this is just more... Okay, I was gonna say, our section was roofed off, although it was kind of in the basement. You'd think that every part of the asylum would be indoors. They gotta be at least that nice to you. God, that would suck. Would you die if you stood in water for too long? I mean, your feet get wrinkly. Does your skin fall off? Do people get waterlogged? Is that a thing? I wonder these things. I really do. So everybody that was in these doors on the side, they died because it crumpled in on them? Because the roof fell in? The roof is missing. Best weapon in the game. Let's beat the game with a bandit's knife. I don't know if that's actually going to happen, because that'll probably get tedious. Somebody probably had fun putting these together. The aesthetic for this game is just so weird to me. It's, I mean, like, the design for stuff. This knife, I mean, at the time, the graphics of this game were pretty decent, but this knife is not. Ow. The most amazing thing in the world. None of the, you know, anything is super high fidelity in this game. And at the same time, it's done in such a way to almost be timeless. I mean, the game is still really pretty, even without DS fix. First fog wall. Guy stabs me in the back. With an arrow. That's stabbing, right? Oh look, an item so tantalizingly out of reach. No, come get me, please. I love you. Oh, the chest-high wall the character can't climb over. Oldest video game trick in the goddamn book. Fuck you. Oh my god. Is it hole supposed to be there? You can just see into the cellar. Right underneath it. That's funny. I don't think I've ever been back here. This is literally just to flesh out the building. This is not in any way important to the game. Oh, so pretty. So yeah, the biggest reason I'm Let's Playing, I'm starting back up again, is more for my benefit. So I can enjoy the Let's Play process. But also because it really facilitates taking your time and enjoying a game. And I've always took that as, I don't want 500 episode series, because Let's Plays, you know, if you're going to show everything on camera, that's how it ends up. But realistically, I can edit shit. That's a thing you can do. Make up for all the time me finding things out. Not everything has to be on camera. But all the interesting things can be. And I think it'll work out. You threw a thing at me. I'm not going to parry you. You don't deserve that. And you did. That's far more flashy than it needed to be. I love that. Just ball going down the stairs. I swear to God, that is in every single FromSoft game. Well, okay, not the Armored Core games. And technically not Soul Sacrifice. Although, I'm kind of on the fence. Is Soul Sacrifice actually a FromSoft game? Beams of Light. Night Man. Very realistically got slammed into the roof by the demon we fought and didn't kill earlier.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I were both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Yeah.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission. But perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen. And thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite. Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
I love it. So yeah, stupid me. If I was Let's Playing, I wouldn't have even paid attention to what he said. He literally tells you what the plot to the game is, or at least the motivation for being here. I mean, you wake up in a prison, and you're not really entirely sure what you're doing, so he tells you, hey, there's a bell, go ring it. I mean, in his own esoteric way, but yeah, he says it. That's what we're gonna do. What is this? The undead treasure these dull green flasks. Fill with Estus at a bonfire. Fills HP. The Estus flasks are linked to the Fire Keepers. The Dark Tales also make reference. An emerald flask from the Keeper's soul. She lives to protect the flame and dies to protect it further. Bonfires are odd in this game. So it's kind of like the fire. They're just bottles of fire. They gotta make sure that they tell us that they're green, because they're clearly not green in their icon. We drink bottles of fire. Like, the one flask that we fill up. I wonder why specifically the one flask can carry. Why can't we just put it in, like, a box? Carry around a box of fire? Is it magic? Or is it because video game logic? Who knows? I'm an asshole! I don't know why I have to do that every time I come through here.
Why?
Because you were dying. You were going to die. And now you're dead. You didn't have to wait for it. The inevitability of your demise. Anyway. The plot for the game is fairly simple, which is really nice. Miyazaki himself. I don't remember if it was the interview he had for the Bloodborne game recently. I got the guide for it and I was reading that. Or if it was somewhere else that I read it. He was basically saying he wasn't the smartest kid in the world when he was younger, and he he would rent books from the library, but he really wasn't smart enough to understand the entirety of the book. You know, vocabulary he didn't know, and themes and soliloquy and phrases, etc. Presentation. and plot that he just couldn't grasp fully. So he would fill in the blanks in his mind and his perception with his own imagination. And that kind of gave him a, build your own adventure book feeling from anything, from just playing something that was a fully fleshed out product. So he intentionally made these games, the Souls games, to have canon to them, to have a right and a wrong version of the story, and at the same time be vague enough for that version of the story to be your own. To have every single person who plays the game have their own interpretation of what's going on. I mean, there are wrong interpretations. There is some things that have cold, hard fact backing them up, but there are so many other things that don't. That speculation is the only thing that you can have. Parrying. You gotta love it, man. It's the best. And we can't get in there because we have to come back because to fight the demon in the basement and to get the magic item that isn't a ring that we need. Oh, so great. So yeah, the story is literally just fill in your own adventure. Choose your adventure. Hello, I get you now. No, you can't attack me. It's fine. I'm leaving. Don't hurt me. Wow, you didn't even get a slam. You're just gonna fly on me, huh? I like the Asylum Demon as a first boss tutorial a lot better than the boss that was in Demon Souls. Because the Grey Demon it's not difficult, Demon Souls. He's just kind of annoying. Although, admittedly, the game mechanics for that game are my favorite either. And I have literally backed myself into a corner. I love it. The goddamn bastard bleeds after like 2 hits. That was those little chunks of damage he was taking. Big Pilgrim's Key. Have I read your description before? I don't know if I have. Opens the inner door of the Undead Asylum main hall. Key to the inner door. Big key belonging to a chosen undead pilgrim. This chosen undead knows not what this pilgrim has in store. This pilgrimage. There's 2 pilgrims. One of them is an asshole and the other one doesn't know what's happening. Yeah, that's what it meant. Shut up. Huh. So I wonder how the Asylum Demon got it. Is it speculated that the Asylum Demons are creatures who are just watching over the asylum to make sure that none of the undead escape? Because, right, you can't kill undead. That's just a thing that happens. That's just how the world works. And this is how we leave. But at the same time, they can't really escape. Because we're, as you can see, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. In the center of some mountains. On top of our own mountain. I mean, yeah, we can't die, but good luck leaving. But the whole chosen undead thing. There's a birdie that comes and picks us up. Are we chosen, like specifically us as the character, because we got picked up by the bird? Or did we get picked up by the bird because we can be a chosen undead, because we were strong enough to leave? You know, we fought our tutorial battle and we won. Looks like gears. Target shields. Huh. So it's a little bit of foil pinned onto a bit. Block and parry. Snuggly, the crow is out here. And I'm an idiot. Don't know how to leave. Snuggly. Hello. You don't say anything until I leave. You don't want to distract the player. So no one in their right mind would walk out onto that, would they? Structurally sound. That's what I gotta say to you. Yes. We have to make sure we get the Praise the Sun thing. I don't care. So this is gonna be this style of Let's Play. Just a lot of admiring the sights, enjoying the scenery, talking about nothing, having fun. Let's go to Firelink.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
The most original name in the history of role-playing games. It does a beautiful job of introducing Firelink, doesn't it? Alright. Well, thanks for watching, friends. We'll explore Firelink in the next episode. Yeah. Have a good one.